Kia ora, I'm Tammy, I live in Whangarei, and my son had the opportunity to do an exchange overseas in Australia.
Kia ora, my name is Joanne. My daughter Taylor had the opportunity to go on the Achieve to Be exchange.
Kia ora, my name's Denise, and my daughter Natasha had the opportunity to be the very first person to go on the regional exchange with Achieve to Be.
Hi ladies, hey, how was it when your girl went on her exchange?
I was really excited for her and a bit scared for her at the same time, just because she was going to a different city, quite a big city and quite a big school, and going to a host family with just one host mother. So going from a family of 5 to, just having a host mother was quite difficult for her. But it was definitely a good thing for her to go on. I was just quite happy for her to get out there into the world, and she'll be leaving home soon. So it's just basically to get out and see the world and become an independent woman.
Moving up, I suppose.
Yeah.
My son had to do some volunteer work, and that's actually one thing in the program that I think was really good.
Yeah.
Was that was part of
Yes.
just part of their experiences, that they had to donate their time or give of themselves. And I really think that helped him with all the things that we've already talked about, like having a voice and the independence, and actually he was caring for and supporting other young people, so taking them on camps and things like that,
that's
and
great.
supporting them, and it actually made him appreciate life even more. So that was definitely a positive, was that they all had to do something, volunteer work.
I mean, my husband and I were definitely of different feelings when it came to this. My husband was very nervous, which I found very interesting, whereas I was excited for her because I could see the excitement in her, and that was just wonderful to see. But not only that, I knew that I had put the supports in place, as in for her ACC hours, and supports were able to be transferred from Auckland to Whangarei, and so she had those still in place. And so I had the confidence that the supports were there, Achieve to Be supports were there as well, and so I was just ready for her for a new chapter and her new journey. Yeah, how about you?
Yes, same. My son was really excited. The closer that it came to the actual time him leaving was a little bit more hesitant, and that myself included. As for me, it was around him leaving home, which was a completely different culture and size, family even, than where he went to. He went as an only child to a younger couple that did some amazing, awesome, cool stuff that he just loved and gave him some really good experiences. But I was just thinking it's such a big thing, and even his siblings thought that, he's probably not going to last. But he did. For myself, I don't even know if I would have jumped in a plane and gone somewhere and stayed and lived with strangers for the amount of time that he did. It was really good though that he actually went to a brand new school, met new people, whole new world. Because of that, I do think that he came back more mature, more independent, more self-confidence in decisions he's making for himself. And actually it was really big for me because I could see that I didn't have to be there doing anything, and that he's just like any other young teenager, which I don't know is a good that's a good thing. Yeah, so that's what I noticed in him in terms of his growth as well. Did you guys notice anything different? What big changes did you guys notice in your kids?
She came back more independent, and she appreciated me and her dad a lot more, what we actually do for her. And she just thoroughly enjoyed herself.
Did she get homesick at all?
She did. probably, it took her about at least 3 weeks to settle in, because she was only there for 4 weeks, so she did get homesick. And I asked her to stick it out and see how it goes. And after the 3rd week, she started loving it. So yeah. What about Tash?
Yeah, we found it was absolutely transformational for her. We sent away a young, innocent little thing, really, who was, I would say, lacking a little bit of self-confidence. She came back and she had found that self-confidence, she had found a voice, knew how to express her opinions, which was awesome. And so she had grown so much, and it was exciting to see that transformation. She had the confidence to do a lot more things. An example being, she was sick one day while she was up on her program, on the exchange and everything, and normally I'd be the one having to sort everything out. She actually made the conscious decisions of what she needed to do. She problem solved. This was huge. She'd never done that before. So, it was putting theory into practical. And so absolutely transformational. And I noticed that now she came back. She was excited about what the future held. And so, that's transformation, from being little down here to way up here with hopes and dreams. Fantastic.
Yeah. I think what supported my son was also the fact that as part of the exchange they had to volunteer their time and their service for others, and I think that was actually really such a good idea, that they had to do that, because I think it's interwoven with him coming back and being more appreciative of what he does have, and the volunteer work that he did. He met some other great volunteers his age and some really good friends that are still keeping in contact with each other today, and that was really lovely to see. I actually was really pleased with him having to do that, and without getting paid.
That's right.
Volunteer, it's almost it was really good. I found that. What about your kids? Do they enjoy their volunteering?
Yeah, I think that's one great aspect that Achieve to Be has made the children participate in. Taylor worked with aged care, and that's something she's always liked to do. She's done it in year 11 and 12, working with the elderly. Just seeing that they get so lonely sometimes, and they don't get many visitors, a lot of them. So she's always liked to be a little bit of a company for them, and it lights up some of their day. So that's something really really interesting to me.
And so, thinking about the whole experience, would you recommend Achieve to Be to others?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100% recommend it for everything that we've just talked about. Their growth, actually my growth as well, as mum, being able to just know that everything's okay, and that the future is bright and big, and possibly some of those fears that I had, they're gone, because he's done what he has done, and I wasn't right there. And so I know that from here on in, pretty much anything that he wants to do now, I know that he can do it, and he can do it without me. Which is
I definitely recommend Achieve to Be. It just gives our children a chance to get out there just like normal people, and get them out into the world. They can do things just like normal average people can do, and definitely would recommend the Achieve to Be. What about you?
Yeah, I definitely would recommend Achieve to Be. In fact, I already have recommended Achieve to Be to others, because for our own personal experience, my daughter had actually been not able to go on a overseas trip with school before because of her disabilities and her difficulties, because her supports wouldn't have been able to be put into place. So I see that as discrimination. Whereas Achieve to Be, you know, she had that opportunity to go, on an exchange program, for it to be inclusive, which is something I absolutely strive for in our world. And it was a huge success because Achieve to Be had set it up with the right supports, and with the transfer of our supports and everything, and to see that growth in her that may not have been achievable elsewise, I absolutely would recommend it, 100%.
Yeah.